Hello, 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 hello. I wonder if they even noticed me. And welcome once again to a Prog Reborn. I just decided to hang out in this guy's treehouse. And I feel like they must have come in here since then, because I did not see them on my way up. Anyways, let me get out of here. Awkwardly leave. Hello and welcome to a Prog Reborn, my progression style playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV. My name is M. Kosler. And today we are going to continue on our playthrough of patch 2.2. If you don't know what a progression style playthrough is, as always, you can type in !intro, get a link to the video introduction to the concept. You can also find that link in the video description below if you happen to be watching the VOD. If you'd like to know when I go live for these things, best and easiest way to get that information is to just subscribe to the channel. But you can also get it by joining the community Discord, !Discord. In the live chat, we'll get you a Discord invite link. And again, you can find that in the video description below if you happen to be watching the VOD. Last but not least, this is a progression style playthrough, not a reaction playthrough. This is my first time through the majority of this content. So if you're worried about any sort of spoilers between now and I think we'll still go with between now and the end of Endwalker patch content, then this is your warning to scoot on out of here, because I may or may not bring up that stuff with or without additional spoiler warnings. I think we're still close enough to Dawn Trail launch that I'm still going to try and keep most of that stuff spoiler free. If I do feel like I really need to bring it up, I will provide extra warning for that, but I think we're going to keep it that Dawn Trail discussion off of this series until I don't know. I haven't decided yet. If you would like to know my thoughts on Dawn Trail, I did play through the MSQ and the first tier of the normal raids on this channel. You can find it in a separate playlist called Let's Play Dawn Trail, where I played it on my main. But yeah, we're gonna, other than that, or if I feel like there's something that I really need to bring up, and I will give additional warning, you can be sure that there's not going to be any Dawn Trail spoilers out of nowhere on this content for now. Eventually I'll consider it long enough that we can start talking about stuff, especially as they become relevant to the content that we're going through. But as far as I can think of off the dome, there isn't really going to be much for a bit until we get some Dawntrail related information that we could find this early in the story. So yeah. As far as what we're doing, I already said we're gonna... Where we left off was... All we have left for the Book of Skyfall 1 is Brayflox's Longstop, which I think I discovered at the end of last stream we had already unlocked. So I think what we're going to do is just immediately queue up for that. And I need to do it as my warrior because I need to do it as the job that I have my relic weapon on. Before I get too much further, let's go ahead and get these ventures going. I said at the end of last stream that I would be considering doing some sightseeing logs off stream, since it's since they don't really line up with my work schedule. How logs work in A Realm Reborn is they're a lot more rigid, and they're a lot more they're time based. They're like time and weather based. So there's going to be plenty of times where it's just not going to line up with my stream schedule. So I'm giving myself the option to do them off stream. But I think the point that I'm trying to get out of my mouth here is that I have not done any of that yet, even though I said that I would give myself that option. I've mostly just been continuing to level other jobs on my main, try to get them up to 100, and just really enjoying my time just playing the game, doing fate grinds, trying to get to my the fate mount, stuff like that. Since we do have a little bit of time here, I did decide to just queue up here in Dynamis, because today is the last day before the Savage patch is dropped. 7.05. They're doing maintenance at 11 p.m. PST. And they might end up opening. They very likely are going to open data center travel. So until then, anybody who is in Dynamis, well, I shouldn't say that, because you can still travel to and from Dynamis, but you can't travel to other places. So there could still be folks who are hanging out on Dynamis who would normally have just parked their character on Aether or whatever data center their friends are on. So hopefully this queue time won't be as won't be that miserable. I think while we're waiting, right, I still have more. I still have my Sahagin and Kobolds to work on, so let's go ahead and head on over to Outer Lenosha. I think I also said on the last stream that I did, I would. I don't know if I guaranteed that I would have thoughts on Monk, but I didn't want to. When I was going through the jobs and how they might have changed at level 50, I knew Monk had pretty significant changes, but I wanted to have a feel for the job changes on my main before I talked about them over here. But I haven't gotten around to leveling Monk on the main. Melee DPS really isn't my cup of tea. So I typically save that stuff for last, other than Dragoon, which I prioritized because one of my retainers. What do I have to do here? Oh, I gotta soothe it. One's the soothe, speak, overcome. There's the soothe. We can go. I thought there would be a button. Did they forget this one? All right. Wonder if they forgot this one. Part of the update for Dawn Trail was that they were adding emotes, the ability to not beckon. Oh, that's funny. I didn't realize that you could use a different emote and it wouldn't. They'd have a reaction to it. Anyways, part of the update was in Dawn Trail was that they would add which emote you needed to use to a button on the quest, so that you didn't have to type it or have to look it up like I'm doing here. But I'm not seeing it for this quest here. If they just forgot about these Allied Society quests. I'm trying to figure out why they decided to name them Allied Society. I imagine because in Dawn, I shouldn't say anything, because that is potentially Dawn Trail spoilers. I'll just leave it as this. I have some theories as to why they're deciding to call them Allied Society quests rather than tribal quests. Obviously they went into their whole reasoning behind changing it from Beast Tribe quests. They basically went through that in 5.4. Brainbuster. I can't remember if it's 5.4 or 5.5, where where you have that whole solo duty with Merlewib. I know there's been talk with Dawn Trail about voice acting and voice direction and whatnot. One of the instances of what I think has been pretty poor voice acting prior to Dawn Trail not saying I agree or disagree with people's assessments of Dawn Trail's voice acting, was in that speaking of 5.4 or 5.5, in that solo duty where you are trying to convince or capture the kobold leader, the enthralled kobold leader, so that you can unenthrall them, untemper them. That's the word I'm looking for. The new Merlewood voice actor, when she's targeting new other kobolds, they're in my sights. They're in my sights. It's always stuck out to me. As a line reading that I think could have been done better. Brayflox is Longstop hard. I don't remember a ton about this. I do remember that there's a giant, this thing right here, a giant mechanized goblin head. Boom, 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 boom. Seems like the end here. Curl is the thing that's stunning me. Here, I guess. This way, maybe. There's the key. Illuminati Commander. Now the Illuminati get more involved in the Alexander raids. That was the fucking fight. It was barely more than a trash mob. Liberated the goblins. Right, that's right. One of them opens this little path here. Again, like literal nothing fight. Accessories? Why would my accessories terrify you? Bloop, ba, ba. Rum bum 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 bum. This. Yeah. Is there a... Is that an... Why is that? Oh, because it's a... They were still using like the double... The leg plus feet gear. That's so weird. Cool. So we're done with Book of Skyfall. Let's keep on clearing this stuff out as Dragoon. So y'all probably didn't see it, couldn't really see it, but the healer was... I'll have to switch to, switch back to warrior. The healer was complaining that I had this necklace, Augmented Iorix Choker of Healing, Bracer of Slaying, Ring of Slaying, Ring of Slaying, right? But when I do recommend it, this is what they give me. They had the mindset that I am like them. I'm probably, this character is probably actually level 100 and has a million poetics, etc., etc. Really, I don't. Really, I think what did I do? I think I've mostly just been buying poetic stuff to make sure that I have item level, a minimum item level required to reach the, you know, minimum item level requirement for whatever content that I'm trying to do. Be them extremes, be them Cause of Bahamut, etc., etc. For the job that I decided to take in there. Like, I believe I took Monk into Coils. Which is why I have all those slayings. Etc., etc. So. The person that you're gear checking at a level 50 hard dungeon where two of the bosses are creeps. Might have their reasons for why their gear is one way or the other. Now catch me in weeks when I finally get around to second coil and I'm staring at my healer who is failing nail for the fifth time in a row. Maybe I'll start feeling like that healer, but it's hard to really explain in full detail in a random group the whole plan here. Sneak and get this pot. It's partially why I brought up many months ago when I started this stream, when I started this project, why I brought up not really wanting to make folks that come with me on this journey adhere to the same rules and guidelines that I follow. Stuff out, and then I think when we're done with the kobolds here, we're gonna pop on over. Oh, I'm missing one. Ooh. We are at the next level. Did not anticipate this. The Kobold and the Beautiful. It doesn't work because it's Kobold and not Kobold. Recent reports from Camp Overlook have Skate with ill at ease. God, oh God, I gotta remember, what voices did I do for these folks? Oh, I had like a specific Kobold voice. I think it was kind of nerdy and rapid speaking. And then I don't remember Skate Wiz's voice at all. Just the man I was open to see. I fear ill tidings drift in from Camp Overlook. Zogar and his scurvy crew have been quiet, too quiet for the commander's liking, if you catch my drift. Our scouts have reason to believe they've recovered from their recent setback and are gathering strength for a retaliatory strike. I'd speak to Commander Blowden myself, but it seems he's none too pleased with me efforts on the 789th Order's behalf. If I know the commander, he's far more like to cut an adventurer like yourself some slack. You'll travel to Camp Overlook in my stead, won't you? Which ones did I do first? This is a 10 rep. Yeah, so I only have the 10 reps. So I turned in the 14 reps first. So I need to remember to do that as well when I go to the Sahagin. Turn in the 14 reps first, so that I keep the reps in line. William, you haven't happened to see my favorite lieutenant around, have you? I fear dear Skidwis has steered us right into the eye of a coming storm. Our creed might be till sea swallows all, but I don't mind if I swallowed her first. I was about to say, I don't mind if I swallowed her first. But like, damn. Is that appropriate for a subordinate? Any road? You've been working with her up until now, right? Good. You can help clean up this mess. Now listen and listen well. The scouts just returned from Ugamoro. It seems our friend Zoga was so enamored of your little prank that he united the most powerful orders in the tunnels under his black flag. That's right. Scores and scores of the buggers hauling sulfur, saltpeter, and gods know what else to all corners of the mountain. There's no doubt in my mind the bombs that they brandished the last time were only the start of it. You and Skatewiz starting this by casting your lot with the 789th. Now you can get us out of this. Whatever it takes to keep Zoga off our backs until we can bolster our defenses, you make it happen, understood? At least with the Sahagin, it's just like generic snaky voice. So it's as I feared. Zoga's taken him at Ugamoro, taken the helm at Ugamoro, and is brewing a most nasty sort of revenge. But the commander's right. Our fingerprints all over this mess. And so it's our duty to help wipe it up. Yes, we must. Oh, woe is me, misfortune, misery, woe. Please help me, adventurer. Yes, you must. Yeah, what do you happen about this time? Me beloved Bibi, me darling, my dear, my beloved. She said she would meet me hours ago, but she's nowhere to be found. Nowhere at all. She said she would come by way of the Cobalt Dig. If she was caught by Zoga, I shudder to think what would happen. Tremble, shiver, shudder. You must save her. Yes, you must. Spineless coward. She's your girl. Go your bloody self. Better luck squeezing ale from a stone than talking sense to this one. Let's go in. Looking for trouble, are you? Yes, you are. We'll get you, slice you, slash you, get you. Cool. Was BB the same kobold that told off Gigu or whatever his name was? Free at last, you're Gigu's adventurer friend. Yes, you are. I knew that coward wouldn't have the courage to save me himself. He's useless, hapless, hopeless, useless. So scared I was. Yes, I was petrified. I came to deliver these plans and, the plans? They're gone, missing, vanished, gone. What plans? Why, the plans for Zoga's new furnace. I must find them, or Zoga will punish me. Yes, his wrath knows no bounds. Gotta find the plans. Right over here. Oh, whatever shall I do? Without those plans, I'm as good as dead. Slaughtered, butchered, dead. Detailed instructions and diagrams for constructing a high-performance alchemy furnace. Could it be? Yes, you found them. This is twice you've saved me, adventurer. So brave you are, daring, dauntless, brave. So different from a certain kobold I know. So different from me. Harsh I am to Gigu, unkind, unfriendly, harsh, but the truth is, I too lack the heart to stand up to Zoga. Yes, I too am a coward. I too am an alchemist, you see? A skilled one, yes, I am. So what did Zoga do? He threatened to exile the 175th from Ugamoro unless I do his dirty work. A furnace he wanted, but not just any furnace. No, no, a fiery, fearsome, formidable one. A furnace to end all furnaces. I have no wish to serve Zoga. No, no, none at all. What I truly wish is to be happy with Gigu. Cheerful, content, happy, and yet... I simply cannot stand to see him grovel so. No, no, I cannot bear it. I know better, this I know, but Gigu is different. Yes, Gigu is a leader of kobolds. I beg of you, adventure, yes, yes, I do. Take this to Gigu, that it might stir his heart. Rouse, shake, stir. If this fails, there's no hope for him. No, no, none at all. Now that I'm thinking on it, a decent number of my poetics have been going toward my relic weapon as well. No, no, not you. Not you. Phoebe, my beloved. My fair, darling beloved. I will never gaze upon you again. Letter from Gigu, pinned in BB's charming scrawl. My BB is safe. Oh, joy, glee, happiness, joy. What is this? A letter? What? Threatening my beloved BB? This time Zoga has gone too far. This is unforgivable, inexcusable, unpardonable, unforgivable. I will not take this sitting down. No, no, I'll take this letter straight to Bago and have him do something immediately. BB shall see that I'm a kobold of action. Decision, resolve, action. Gigu and the 789th will be a laughingstock no more. No, no, no longer. Scary woman you call friend. She will stand up to Zoga with us, yes. Yes, yes, she will. Well, I suppose some sign of life out of him is a start. Though it'd have been nice to have something, be nice if something had put the wind in his sails before the poor kobold lass got kidnapped. I swear what she sees in that one. Don't get me wrong now, I've fallen from me share of milksops and cravens in me day. Always hoping they'd make something of themselves, and each time those self-same hopes were betrayed. Tell you the truth, I've had more than me fill of helping the hopeless. One thing's clear. If Zoga's plot comes to fruition, it won't just be Gigu and his lot that pay the price. I say we cut that bully down to size, not simply for the kobold's sake, but for our own. Are you with me, Em? See ya. Up to friendly. Got more quests. We're just going to turn in what we have. And then I do have one more quest that we didn't do before I came back. Holes in the smart bombs here. Go! Pointless cutscene. Interesting. From can't remember on. Oh, excuse me. I can't remember on other Allied Society quests whether they also had their normal loot tables or not. So killing that bomb, I still got 2 pinches of bomb ash, which is just a random drop that you can get from killing any of the bombs that you see. But I know in Fates, because I've been doing a lot of Fate grinding on my main to get levels and work on trying to get the Fate mount, that the mobs that you kill, which could drop mats that would be useful for crafting, don't. There's a very particular one that I'm thinking of. And I wonder if that's just another relic of A Realm Reborn or what. You think so? The good luck. All right. Dun, dun. There are things going on your end. Oh, right. I said I was going to make a pit stop or Dona. I need to pick up the next book. It's you who's got the books. Exchange. Oh, right. I have to be on my warrior. So we did all those. We did that. So let's go Skyfall 2. Then need to switch this out. We have to do here. Head on back to Laporte. Anything in... Well, let's look at the fates real quick. Okay, breaching Northern Tide Gate. Northern Tide Gate. Okay. That one we can be on the lookout for. Mordona. There's enemies. Go ahead and let's do this first real quick. What are... Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, never mind. It's in 40 minutes. So maybe we'll be able to get it. There's going to be a sightseeing log in about 40 minutes. So I need to remember to pay attention in 40 minutes. Let's do this. I know I can do /timer. No? /alarm. I think that's what it is. There we are. Local time 40 minutes from now would be 32. So let's go 30. Okay. So I don't miss it. SAPSA shelf scales. Oh, hold on, that's breaching Northern Tide Gate. Let's go do that one right now. Oh, this is gauging. This is not breaching. But we have to do this one first. Keep an eye out for breaching. They straight back to back, or... Oh, yep, they are straight back to back. Cool, cool, cool. Kill this fella. I wonder if there's going to be a level squish coming next expansion. I feel like it's time for a level squish. I know they did a stat squish in going from Shadowbringers to Endwalker. The reason I'm thinking about this is something I've brought up many times, but the fact that Mythal Tempest gives me Surging Tempest, and I get Mythal Tempest unlocked at level 40, but my single target combo, the only way that I can get Surging Tempest is via Storm's Eye, which doesn't unlock until level 50. And I know there were issues with Black Mage, early content Black Mage, that they had to, in patch 7.01, update Umbral Soul to be picked up earlier, because the changes that they made to Black Mage just caused it to be essentially non-functioning in a lot of early game content. And I think with a level squish, and not just like a stat squish, with a full-on level squish, they would have to reevaluate when particular skills get acquired, and that would be this warrior ridiculousness would be, I think would be top of my list of things that need to be addressed. Because it's just psychotic. Are you supposed to do one round of your AoE rotation so that you can get Surging Tempest? That doesn't seem right to me. Alright, I need to remember. I'm turning in the 14s, all the 14s first, before I turn in any to here. All the 14 reputation ones first. Fine. Bad Quay out that wouldn't be worrying at all, but with no Quay, you have to think a little bit about my health. As long as I don't get overwhelmed by ads, then I think we should be fine. Especially as Dragoon with the little extra life steal. Get out of here. Alright, that's a 10 rep quest that we're done with. Shadow of the Moon's already there. Nap's already there. Put a shock in it. We'll just do this. Here. It's still a little early for a full analysis or a full review of my thoughts on these Allied Society quests, but I think compared to especially what we saw with the sylphs, compared to the sylphs, these are significantly better. They're not anywhere close to what we see in later Allied Society quests, but comparing ARR to ARR, it's hard to be as bad as the sylphs were. I think I was a little harsh on the Amalja. But being next to the sylphs, kind of put a one rotten apple spoils the bunch, right? Barnacles are certainly ugly animals. Where is this thing? Over here. Oh, right. Let me resummon Qua. Quite a few quests way out in the waters. Don't turn that into few. Another one over here somewhere. Or over here. Where is this last? There it is. Yelps. And then back out. I guess you can argue that Dragoon has a similar issue in that it doesn't get its buff as part of its AoE rotation, so it's the similar issue but the other way around. But I think that is far more par for the course than Warrior, who does get its buff from the AoE rotation, but not from the single target rotation. Right, get on this. I have to actually pick up the crate first. Right, remember, turn in the 14s first. Alrighty. Nove is in need of someone to watch his clutch while he attends to an important task. I wish to ask a tedious favor of you. There is a task to which I must attend, a task that will take me away from the nursery for a time. Thus, I would have you watch over my clutch while I'm gone. You need not feed or discipline the spawnlings. Few who ensue have such duties well in hand. The coral tridents concern me. It would be foolish to think our acts of sabotage have escaped their notice, and they surely desire vengeance. Thus far, my presence has been sufficient to deter any such reprisals, but should they learn of my absence... Where do you travel, Clutch Father? What of this task which you speak? Do not question your elder, Sue. Your duty is to care for your spawn brothers. That and not more. I leave the safety of the nursery to you, M. I will return as soon as I am able. The fate of our people must hang in the balance. I wish only that he would trust us with the details. Spawnlings we may be, but we have taken our warrior rights. And yet the Clutch Father would not even describe to us the battles of his youth. Now that I think on it, he has told us almost nothing of himself. I know little of his past, or his part in the old wars. Will you do something for me, M? I want you to find out about this vital task, and learn if there is aught we can do to aid the Clutch Father. Many of our older kin speak of him with reverence and respect. They live scattered about our territory, the Reef of Sending, Reaver Hide, and even one on Moonshade Isle. Though you may need one of Pa's Elps to carry you there. Perhaps in their stories, you might hear the clue we need to solve this mystery. Now to get them to speak to you, you'll need to show them this shell inscribed with our clutch mark. That should cause their memories to tumble forth of their own accord. The elders do love to reminisce about the old days. Odd. Why do we need a cutscene? Leave me be, Shorewalker. This is my isle. I am harming no one. A shell inscribed with the insignia that identifies the bearer's affiliation with Nov's clutch. Why do you carry Nov's clutch mark? Has he cashed his lot in with the Finlish ones? It's too late for Nov. His time ended long ago. Zug is the champion of the spawning grounds now. No other warrior is fit to claim the mantle of Scarlet She-Devil. Mark my words, he shall rise to greatness on a mountain of Shorewalker bones. Where are the others? One over here. Okay, there and there. I want to double check the timer. 14 minutes. This is a sacred place, Shore Walker. Only the tridents of the fallen Sahagin are allowed to impale the reef of sending. You come at the behest of Nov's clutch. The spawnlings wish to know more of their clutch father, do they? It is odd that they send a Shore Walker, but then many things appear odd to my aged eyes. Listen well, finless one. Nov was once the undisputed leader of the Coral Tridents, a mighty warrior who thought of naught but the glory and prosperity of his people. You tell his offspring that. Tell them they ought to be proud of their clutch father and his deeds. Why do you bother me, finless one? I did not summon any weavers to do my bidding. So you are the one the others have seen consorting with Nov's clutch. Fortunate for you that all shore walkers look the same to us. If you come seeking your Sahagin friend, I hear Nov has come to parley with Zug in the Serpent's Tongue. I can only guess at the subject of their discussion. Here, take your shell back, finless one. Oh, damn. Oh, too far. Too far. Well, did the other ones have much to say? The Clutch Father once led the Coral Trident. Shh. Incredible. Now you say he goes to meet with the Trident's current leader. Cannot possibly expect to negotiate with those fanatics. Stink of ambush is upon this parley reaches me even here. Oh, Clutch Father, that is why you chose to attend the meeting without your spawnlings. You mean to fight those savages alone? Finlish one. I would willingly face battle myself. Myself. But I cannot abandon my duty to protect my clutchmates. It falls to you to ensure this does not end in tragedy. The Clutch Father is meeting with Coral Trident in the Serpent's Tongue. You're the only one I can trust to rescue him when the parley turns sour. You can be sure it will. Ugh. Only got 10 more minutes. Hopefully this thing doesn't take too long. You come into our lair, Nov. Your mind is as wilted as your fins, old one. Fair greeting to you, young Zug. You have no right to call me by that name. I am the Scarlet Sea Devil. Enemies of the Coral Tridents tremble at my coming. You would do well to show some respect. Psh. Calm yourself, Zug. I did not come here to trade insults. I only wish to talk. Have you thought about our future, Zug? The future of the Sahagin? Have you seen how our people fade into darkness like the evening sun sinking beneath the ocean waves? Poetry, Nov. You have become even more pitiful than I suspected. You were once feared above all, bloodthirsty as a shark, deadly as a ray's sting, savage as a sea serpent, the terror of the Indigo Deep. You're the first Scarlet Sea Devil. Have you forgotten who you truly are? I consigned that title to the deep long ago, along with my heinous past. That is why your legacy must live through me. The Coral Tridents will thrust our spears into the very heart of this land and bathe in the gushing blood of the finless ones. We lack the territory in which to spawn, then we shall take it by force. Our offspring will thrive on sand that has drunk the life waters spilled from our enemies. I see my words are wasted on you. Is it so hard to understand, Zug? What is needed right now is diplomacy, not war. Your hubris will doom our spawnlings to lives of violence and misery, with the edge of a soldier's blade the only surcease. The only one doomed here is you. Do you expect to leave here alive, Nov? Kill the traitor, rip off his fins, strip away his scales. Shit, he was weak now. Feeble. Cowards. Spineless sea dogs. Return to the shallows, Zug. You're not ready for the ocean deep. This is far from over, old one. As the infirmaries of age claim your vigor, I shall only grow stronger. We shall see which of us is remembered by history as the true Scarlet Sea Devil. You stood ready to rush to my rescue. I smell Sue's hand in this. I yet think of him as my little spawnling, but his instincts are those of a warrior grown. My strength has not dimmed so much that I need to cower behind the fins of my offspring. But you have my thanks all the same. Come, let us return to the nursery. It would not be wise for you to linger here. Alright, once this cutscene ends, I need to scoot. Well, it says I have 4 minutes. Maybe not scoot immediately. In the middle of Lenosha. From 8 Eorzean time. Not you. You. An explanation is in order, M. Sue, I would have you hear this as well. I am listening, Clutch Father. There's much I have kept from the Clutch, but the wreckage of my past cannot stay submerged forever. It's time I tell you my tale. 15 years ago, I led the Coral Tridents on countless acts of piracy. Pillaging, slaughter, kidnapping, there was no foul deed I did commit. For the shorewalkers of Lenosha, I was a nightmare made flesh, a demon from the Indigo Deep, the Scarlet Sea Devil. All those I killed, all the land I seized, I did so for the future of my people. I had not a single shred of doubt that my actions were just. I was as zealous as Zug is now. It's tradition among the Sahagin that our queen, the Indigo Matriarch, reward a proven warrior with a clutch of her eggs. Such champion earns the right to become clutch father to the spawnlings thus hatched. Even among the elite, my victories overshadowed all the others. The matriarch honored me with more than 100 eggs, from which many healthy offspring emerged. My clutch was the envy of the tribe. Never in my arrogance and pride did I expect what was to happen next. I returned to my nursery after a typical campaign of looting ships, only to be greeted by a sight that haunts me to this day. The broken corpses of my spawnlings strewn atop one another in gruesome mountain of death. This was an act of pure vengeance. The shorewalkers had trailed me to our island home and waited patiently for me to leave. Then they put my children to the sword. I wept and howled until it seemed my sanity had fled. Then all at once I understood. The blame for my spawnlings was in fate it belonged with me. Hate and suffering only brings more of the same. It draws you into a whirling maelstrom of reprisal and retaliation that leads to naught but soulless abyss. My salvation lay in the few unhatched eggs that somehow escaped the bloody retribution. I cast away my hollow dreams of glory and focused on raising my surviving sons, you and your spawn brothers, Sue. The Scarlet Sea Devil died that day, and the Gnaw of the Clutch Father was born. I'm proud of you, Clutch Father. We will stop the Coral Tridents, I promise you, not just for ourselves, but for the Clutch mates we left behind. Does that all make sense now, M? The reason I recruited you for our cause? To be truthful, I've never forgiven the Shorewalkers for what was done, but I will never let my actions be guided by rage. For that path will not bring us the peace I desire. No, I will create a legacy worth leaving my children. Let us continue building that bridge, M. God. Yapping. That was good. Let's go turn these in real quick. And we're going to head to Middle Lenosha. Middle Lenosha. 2527. $25, $27 down here. 5 20 27.6. I need to look this up. Sightseeing. Prog Reborn Vistas. This is number 5. It is up on top of this thing. Literally up on top of this. Woo! There we go. Mark that off on this thing. Yeah, the next ones are in 8 hours, 11 hours, 13 hours, and 16 hours. Lafagrin East Road. When the Galadian fell victim to the navigator's fury and ran aground on the southern shores of Vilbrin 700 years ago, it was her two helmsmen, Jean de Nivelle and Guy Lafagrin, who were tasked with exploring the newfound island, the former heading east, the latter west. To this day, their routes still serve as Lenosha's two main thoroughfares. Interesting. So that puts us with only 4 remaining. Like I said, we've got many hours in between all that stuff. What does that put us with this? All of these we've already unlocked. Got through 1 fate. Still got to clean up all that stuff. I think we're going to call it here. Let's head on back to Free Company headquarters. Thank you so much for watching. If you wouldn't mind leaving a like on the way out, I'd be greatly appreciative. If you'd like to know when I go live for the next one of these, always subscribe to the channel. Best and easiest way to get that information. Or you can join the community Discord, !Discord, or you can find that Discord invite link in the video description below. So we finished up Book of Skyfire 1, which was, thanks Dow, which was the, just us doing Brayflox Longstop hard. Let me mark that off on my personal checklist. That gets us with all the dungeons in 2.2 complete. We are also now friendly with both the Sahagin and the Kobolds. We have quite a bit before we get to our next level with both of them. Plus, we still have quite a bit to go with our relic weapon. And quite a bit to go with for the sightseeing log. And I still haven't even touched big fishing yet. So we are still going to be in patch 2.2 for quite a bit. I think what I said last stream, I think still holds true. I was planning to go live on Friday of last week, but then I saw that my my storage, because I record locally on top of streaming to YouTube, my local storage was about completely full, so I needed to order up another some more external hard drives to offload some of that stuff too, and before I decided to stream. As pulling off of YouTube, you know, you can get decent quality from it, but you're also going to have the the overlay on top of it, and I want the raw game capture that I get from the local recording. But I think I'm going to at least do 2 streams a week as we ease back into this, away from Dawn Trail patch content. I know Savage is coming out this week. We'll see how much Savage I do this tier. If I think I'm going to do any, it's going to be pretty casual. I might just observe it from afar. Just because I don't really want to put the time required into Savage outside of a pretty casual playthrough of it. But yeah, that's gonna do it for the stream. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.